So, the spiritual concept of twin flames and karmic relationships. Were you in a twin flame relationship with a narcissist? Was it in fact a karmic relationship? What is the difference? How do you know? Maybe you were even told by the narcissist that they were your twin flame. How much truth is there to that? You know what? There's so many similarities, but they're not the same. Want to know more? Watch this video. Hello my friends and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I really wanted to discuss the whole concept of twin flames, karmic relationships, and even false flames. All right, I've got to say that this is a topic that has come up quite a bit actually in the live sessions, but also in the comments section as well. And I think I've had a few requests actually to talk about twin flames, narcissist, karmic relationships, false flames. Now you guys know that I talk a lot about narcissists and karmic relationships, and I kind of talk about that, but I don't think today I have actually explained that whole concept. Okay, so this is really what I'm going to be talking about. So I hope that you can kind of like keep up, because there's a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences. Okay, it's really packed. So we're going to be talking about this in the video. But my friends, before we get into the video, I just want to say that I do go live every single Tuesday. And if there's something on your mind, or there's something that maybe you want a little answer to, or maybe you want to discuss further or get someone else's opinion, I'd say come on over to the live, because we've got the live chat that's happening alongside the live stream. And it's a vibe, guys. It's a vibe. Who says that healing has to be boring? You know, so there is a great community vibe, you know, happening in the live stream. But listen, don't take my word for it. Just come on over. I'd love to see you there. So over the last few weeks, I've kind of talked about or loosely mentioned the whole idea of karmic relationships. And I kind of want to start there. So the topic today really is psycho-spiritual, and it's kind of more within those realms. What the terms that I'm going to be using today is not really found in psychology. It is in spiritual psychology, psycho-spiritual psychology, but there isn't research per se that can be done into this. It's more kind of like metaphysical. So this isn't really going to sit well with a few people, but those of you who are open-minded, I really hope that you can stay and watch this video, and maybe, do you know what, write your thoughts down as well, because this is a great way for all of us to learn and kind of unpack this whole phenomenon within our experiences. So let's talk about karmic relationships, okay? And then we're going to talk about twins. We're going to talk about the similarities and the differences. All right, so karmic relationships are exactly that in their nature. They are karma from things that maybe you had not spent or not done within previous experiences and even lifetimes. So it is said that this person comes into your life, okay, aka the narcissist, all right? And, you know, whilst it feels so alluring and magnetic, and for a lot of you, I know that this is something that we have all said, that we have found our soulmate, all right? And this connection feels so intense, all right? And you are bonded with this person in a way that you don't actually or cannot actually let them go. And even when the relationship is over, it's like you cannot leave this person. It's like you're addicted or obsessed to this person, and you don't actually want to let them go. And indeed, if we're talking about the ending of the relationship with the karmic also can't let you go. For a lot of you, they do come back, or they do keep coming back. And remember, this is very cyclical in nature. And also, whilst you're in that relationship with a karmic, they are constantly triggering you, constantly making you feel like you are not good enough. They take parts of your identity, part of who you are, and it's almost as though they destroy you. They mirror you as well. And there's so many things that are loaded within this, all right, that actually what is said is that the karmic relationships are really there for your growth, for your actual growth within yourself. Now, I want to put a little kind of personal twist on this, because in the way that I understood it when I was doing my research, for example, I feel like I've been in a karmic relationship because honestly, like, think about it. Whilst I was in that experience, I didn't realize a lot of the things that were going on. However, I didn't realize that there were things for me to help me grow at that time. And it's quite ironic because I also was studying my clinical psychology master's whilst I was actually in that relationship. So not only was I growing cognitively, psychologically, I was also growing emotionally as well, but also spiritually. I didn't know it at the time, but this person was in my life to trigger the hell out of me and for me to elevate and rise up, which is why I feel like my calling in life is to help others, or to help you guys kind of learn about these types of dynamics in relationships, well, aka the narcissist, to help you grow, to help you realize that actually these people that have been in your life, all right, they're here to teach you, to make you see about you, to connect back to you. And I think that's what I've always said on this channel. It's all about you connecting and kind of growing inside. It isn't like this relationship doesn't define you. It's more towards your emotional and spiritual growth. Now, also added to that, oh my God, I just got to say, this has got nothing to do with the video, but I remember, like, when I first started out on this channel, I did a video and it was called Don't Hate the Narcissist, Learn. And it's in one of my playlists. I think it's like in the red files. I'll try and find it and link it in the description box. But honestly, I feel like that's what I was kind of learning or talking about in that video, but I didn't even know it. I didn't know about the whole concept of like twin flames, false flames, karmic relationships. And actually now, like, whilst I've done so much research into it, I completely understand the different types of relationships. And I realized that all of our relationships are predestined. So it's kind of like we have, this is my opinion, and again, it's not research or psychology based. This is more kind of spiritual psychology here. I feel like relationships are predestined. We kind of choose them before we are incarnated. So there's three types of relationships. The first one is the karmic. Okay, so the karmic usually is the ones where they are devastating, you know, they break you apart, but they're never meant to last. They do feel really, really intense. They feel like you are in this euphoric love, but you're really not. And they destroy you for you to be able to build yourself back up. So that's karmic relationships, all right? And I feel like narcissistic relationships are karmic, very karmic in their nature. Then you've got the soulmates. Okay, the soulmates are exactly what they say. You guys are like the best of friends, you know, there is an attraction towards one another. There is this pull, usually someone that you have known, you know, through many lifetimes. You know, you love each other dearly, and you do tend to stay together in these relationships. There isn't any kind of spiritual or emotional growth because it is very comfortable. It's very nice. It's like it just flows. Okay, it just flows. And I'm sure that many of you, if you think about it, maybe you have friends, family members, or parents, or siblings, you know, who are in these types of dynamics. Then we're going to get onto this subject, the twin flames. Okay, so twin flames. I don't think that anyone would really ever choose this journey, all right? I know that it is a buzzword at the moment, but the twin flame, okay, is challenging, it's difficult. Usually you will either meet your twin flame either just before you're meant to meet the karmic, aka the narcissist, or after the relationship with the karmic, aka the narcissist. Funny that that should happen exactly like that. So if we look at this in a spiritual concept, the twin flame is the other half of your soul. All right, so the two of you are incarnated onto this plane, and the two of you share a really deep and spiritual bond. You feel very connected to one another. You almost feel familiar towards one another. You can't really stop thinking about each other. You know, you are very pulled. It's a very magnetic connection. Usually what happens is the two of you kind of have this chance encounter or this chance meeting, and you're together very briefly right at the beginning, usually a matter of weeks, and then you are forced to part. There's always a reason, or there's some sort of block where you cannot be together. Either it could be that your twin flame is in another connection, usually the third party connection, usually a karmic connection, and there's obviously karma that needs to be resolved in that. There's another reason where maybe distance or travel or something like that keeps the two of you apart. It could be that there is a difference in age as well. One might be so much older than the other. Maybe you exist like in different cultures. Maybe it's different races. So there's a whole different kind of dynamic and reasons why the two of the twin flames cannot be together. But the thing is, they love each other so much, but there's certain things that keep them apart. And this is the phase that is called the separation. And what it means that the two of them have to go through this journey, this soul journey, in order for them to grow. The thing is, this is quite similar to the karmic, to the narcissistic relationship. And I'm going to talk about the similarities and differences in a moment. So the twin flames are believed to come together to help each other grow spiritually. This is usually within that period of separation. And they have these intense emotions with one another or about one another that literally they cannot stop thinking about them. They want to be with them, but there is these reasons what keeps them apart. And the purpose of the twin flames really is about the growth about the two of you. And also they have a much greater purpose where you are out there to try and help the greater good for the collective, for other people. It's kind of like you're in service for other people to help them. And the relationship is always marked with synchronicities, telepathy, and a lot of spiritual growth. Now you may think, oh my gosh, that sounds like, you know, my narcissist, like the narcissistic relationship. Yes, my friends, there is a hell of a lot of similarities. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because like, okay, so now we understand what the definition of these two are. Okay, how do I know if I'm in a karmic or a twin flame relationship? So this is what I'm going to be explaining now. So the narcissist or the karmic individual will come into your life and they will feel like a twin flame, or initially appear like a twin flame. Again, you are magnetized, you are really drawn to this person, you might be thinking about them, you might think, oh my god, I've met my soulmate, this is the most amazing thing. But this isn't meant to be a lifelong thing. It's like what I said before, the karmics come into your life, the false flames come into your life, they cause all this havoc and change and break you, and then they leave. And that is their purpose. They're not meant to help you to grow or anything like that. They're not meant to stay in your life. They will help you grow, but it will be from a very dark, from a nasty place full of trauma. They'll break you down completely. Whereas with a twin flame, even though they trigger you as well, but it's always done from a place of unconditional love. It's all about, you know what, to help you to move forward. If you are strong enough, if you are one of these people that is strong enough on this journey, you will be able to move through it and see the greater spiritual lesson. The other similarity is that with a karmic and a twin flame, there will be that intensity of connection. It will feel like this is the person for me. However, what lacks in a karmic relationship is the depth of spiritual growth, okay? The depth of the connection. It might feel really amazing, but there is no depth to it. Remember, narcissists can't give you that depth, that soul resonance that you feel with a twin flame. So going into that, right, the differences of this connection is the fact, again, we're talking about depth. All right, with a narcissist, you may feel the intensity, the lust. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. It's the lust that you're feeling on this level. With a twin flame, you'll also feel that lust, but there will be a deeper connection and knowing. Your soul will know. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your heart. And this goes beyond physical attraction, all right? It will be more than that. With a narcissist, it could have just been physical. Again, it's like, it's all the characteristics of lust, but with a twin flame, there'll be more than that. You might even find that your twin flame or this person isn't actually your type. You might be thinking, well, I don't know why I'm even attracted to this person. They're really not my type, but you just really feel so connected to this person. Those that know will know. Also, with a karmic, there isn't that initial recognition, I don't feel. Whereas with twin flames, there is. You just kind of know. You're like, I've known you from before. There is a reason. You might even get dreams, you might even get premonitions or things like that where you're like, yeah, I remember us being together. And this stems from past lives. This can also happen in karmic, but this one is more about, like, you know that this person you have known before, there is an instant recognition, and some people even call it like they are coming home. The other difference and final difference is there's something called a soul contract or a relationship contract. And with a karmic, there is a time limit, meaning that those relationships will end. With a twin flame, even though there is a soul contract, it just means that never ends. You're bound to this person spiritually and with your soul, and actually with your love and your emotions. And with a karmic, it's not like that at all. I've only just touched the surface here. There's so much more, and I will be making more videos talking about this. I feel like I can expand on this so much more, and if you would like me to make more content like this, please let me know in the comments in the description box, because honestly, this concept is so far and wide, and I know that a lot of you have perhaps maybe experienced this or want to know more about it, so please let me know in the comments section below. If you are someone that is struggling with this or wants to know a little bit more, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I've also got a journal club and a mentorship, and if you're interested in joining, please see the description box below. I've also got a free Discord server, a community of like-minded individuals, people that maybe like have had the same experience as you have. And if you'd like to join for free, please see the link in the description box. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it's helped, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.